Today, I have a really important video for you guys regarding artifacts in Call of Dragons. I have Dad Bod on with me today from the Blood family inside of the game, and he's going to be taking us through everything that he knows. A little, beginner's guide for artifacts, but also some high-level stuff in here as well. So, Dad Bod, thanks for coming through today and sharing your knowledge with all of us.
Thank you so much for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
No, this is great. I know that there's not really a lot of content out on artifacts yet, so I feel like this is a really important video. So there's a lot of questions I have for you today. With Call of Dragons just releasing, we need to know, what are artifacts? How do you pair them with our heroes? Which ones are good? Which ones are bad? So let's start out with the first question and take us through, what are artifacts and why are they important inside of Call of Dragons?
Artifacts are the fun. Artifacts are the difference between any other game that I've ever come across. Your initial build up is like a commander, except it's got its own skill. It's got its own thing that it does, whether it be run faster, blink from one location to another, rain down fireballs or ice balls, or AOE heals, all kinds of different stuff. We've got artifacts that you can just sneak. So you can sneak yourself, go get yourself your buff ruin or alkalite ruin, as we call it. Just something like that. Or we've got a homecoming ring that just all of a sudden warps you home. All kinds of different artifacts. They're super key in your fight. They're super key to how you're going to play your hero. If you're thinking I'm gonna be cavalry guy and I want to be as fast as I can be, obviously your artifact is gonna have to do with speed. Are you gonna be kind of the kind of cavalry guy that's gonna run in and hit and run? Do you want to have a big sword that's gonna hurt everybody? Or you're gonna want to have a little sword that's gonna let you run a little faster. Again, mages. Are you gonna be a bit of a support mage and throw some heals down for those frontline guys? Are you going to be that mage who just rains down fire? I like raining down the fire myself, but that's me. There are other artifacts too that are going to support you in all ranges of the game. Farming big time, from load size to where it's looking for a particular one here. Here we go. This guy here, Lucius Horn, is a great guy. It's so you just step out of your city, and then all of a sudden you can summon a high level resource tile right beside you. You get a couple levels into that, boom, you're getting like a million resources of whatever pops up right beside your city. Thank you very much. There's other ones like this guy here, ancient tree runes, roots that will teleport you around, help you find a high level one. Defensive artifacts. Obviously, your infantry guys, you're running in there just kamikaze because you're that guy, and so you can throw some big shields down using your skills. Skills I'll look at a little bit in a second for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of moving on. You have a different types of like PVE and PvP artifacts. So again, when you're looking at artifacts, it's a matter of like Pokemon, get them all. You want to collect them all, and then you'll level up some ones that are pretty key to you. But having as many as possible is great. Then they come a lot easier. They come pretty easily, so they come in a key system for the most part, just like you would with the heroes.
Okay.
Um, the premium ones, obviously, the percentage is pretty low. The 1.5 here. Um, you get every 10 draws, and you get about a large legendary artifact or something. So essentially a key system, like the heroes. There will be events that come out for some of the premium ones. If you are going to be a low spender, like free to play type player, don't worry about the premium ones. They're great, but they're too much right now. However, stuff like Shadow Blades and some of the other ones you can get just by playing the game. The Shadow Blades one itself is I think in Rise of Kingdoms, Lucerne Scrolls or something like that right now. It's like a seasonal challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You basically go through the season, and then at the end of the season, you can get the artifact for having the insight room.
All right, so I think we have a good idea of how artifacts are used. We pair them up with with a hero,
Yeah,
and it gives them these different effects. Also, from what you're saying, it seems like you want to have all of them so that you could swap them in and out depending on the tasks that you're doing, whether you're in battle, farming, or doing anything like that. You kind of want to be able to have options, and sometimes maybe you'll just want to use some of them for fun because they have cool effects. So let's talk,
exactly.
and we get them through a key system the same way we would get unlock our heroes, so it's kind of random. So let's talk about, I noticed there were legendary, there were epic, and there were even maybe more normal artifacts that we were looking at just before. So
Mhm.
we have people that watch these videos that are going to be massive spenders, and they're going to be able to buy the most expensive stuff and have whatever they want in the game. We also have players that are going to be free to play players that don't want to spend much. So talk to me really quickly about some of the whales. Which ones are they going to be getting and upgrading? Talk to us about which ones the free to play
I
players
would
should be focusing on, and how do you upgrade these? I noticed I saw some dust below as well. So kind of like tackle
Yeah,
that big question.
for sure. Here's what I would do. I'm gonna highlight one, and
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you how I obtained it, and
great.
then afterwards I'll explain the loving upgrade system. Okay.
Hmm.
So Phoenix Eye, that's gonna be a mostly premium item for the most part. It's gonna come in events. You're gonna spend some serious gems for this guy. Okay. You don't need that guy. This guy here, low gems. You can get this straight out of keys. I'm around 3 seasons, and I've maxed it out just by doing keys and the Lucerne Scrolls equivalent. This is straight keys, 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 keys. You get where I'm going with this.
I gotcha.
Uh, so the rest of it is all keys. Um, This particular guy comes from an elite raid. You'll find about those later. Don't worry about that today. Um, but the rest of it all comes from keys. So don't even worry about saying, oh, the pay to win guys are going to get the best artifacts. It's really not going to be that way. If you're busy, if you're killing darklings, if you're opening up chests like these guys, then you're going to get stuff. You're just by attrition, just doing this stuff, you're going to get these things. Um, as for actually leveling up and how that system works, okay, so the dust is essentially your EXP. The star system would be attached to your Legion HP. The dust would be attached to your magic unit HP. Damage taken, damage dealt are attached to star 5 and 6 and your skill level. I could piece this all together a little better for you in a bit if you want.
Okay.
So essentially, you're using dust to level up the item. From there, you're getting magic unit hit points, the first. Then you want to star it up. Starting it up, you actually use leftover artifacts that you have from other stuff. That kind of makes sense.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like the old the commander system with the stars,
Yep.
except you get a little more credit out of the artifacts than you would the old athlete heads or
I was going to say that
something.
looks so much like just, upgrading your heroes. It's the same system essentially, or very similar.
Very, very, very system. It's identical. The skill system's a little bit different. To upgrade these guys here, you're essentially getting the artifact again. So artifact 1, you get this artifact the second time, you get it there, the third time, fourth, and so on. And then it'll show up here, and you just upgrade through there, right?
Hmm.
That's the only time that you need to see that same artifact again. If that makes sense. Every other time for your stars, you can use other stuff that you have left over, and then the dust comes from all kinds of different.
Okay, so we need to make sure we can't endlessly upgrade all of our artifacts because it requires these dust and those keys. So essentially, we want to kind of look at the ones that we like, choose the ones that we could foresee us using or want to use in the nearest future, and kind of focus on them. Because it's not like an endless upgrade system where you just unlock more of them from the key system and can upgrade. You need the materials to do that.
Exactly. At this point in time, I'm halfway through zone 2. I've collected enough dust to do what you see now.
Hmm.
But you pick and choose, right? my gathering stuff, I've already kind of I've got skilled up already and stuff like that. I don't necessarily need to be adding dust to it at this point in time.
Okay.
Whereas earlier in the game, maybe I need to, for example, like load capacity. Okay, earlier in the game, I have a lower troop load capacity because my everything's just lower. Maybe I want to throw some dust in there to get some load capacity up, right?
Yep.
Whereas I could say, my legendary, cool, I got one, but I'm gonna park it for a little bit, So there is a balance for sure. The epics, like I said, free to play, low, go there. Those are behemoths, darklings, things like that. They're going to help you out for the early game, and then legendaries will come over top.
All right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I'm looking at your list. I started playing more recently, of course, than you have. And I've got a handful of the ones that you're looking at right there. So tell me really quickly, let's talk about epics. Let's think that we're sitting and talking to a bunch of free-to-play players right now. What are a couple of the epics that you like the most or that you find yourself using even though you've been playing after quite a while?
Magic Bomb. This is my secondary mage attack piece. Aside from my Phoenix Eye. So when I'm running a secondary mage march that I need to attack, I will go to my Magic Bomb. Super fun, just exactly as it sounds. You're dropping a bomb on them. Pretty fun. It's just like a time skill you throw in there, and does a little bit of AOE damage, which is fantastic. Everybody loves AOE damage.
Oh, yeah.
This is a bit of a cav unit one. This is actually a peacekeeping unit. Some of these have changed over the last couple of months into Darklings and Behemoths. Again, you're probably not thinking a whole lot of PvP early game. You're thinking more PvE.
Correct.
So something like this is kind of where you're looking at. Your marksman, this guy here would be a great piece. Marksman archers are a big PvE unit throughout the game. So investing in that early will result in rewards for you. Top 5 damage, get extra keys. Not always easy to get there, but you always want to be mid range of the pack, right? If your team's only as good as your weakest player.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping something like that, keeping your marksman is great. Infantry have a couple of nice little ones. This one here I love. It's a farming one actually. So what it does is you just walk up to the resource node, click it, and then it automatically finishes the resource node for you and grabs that amount of resource. If you're mixing that with experience, you start to get like 5,000-6,000 experience instantly on a hero, which I'm sure my friend Echo will show in another video.
That one I could see why that one's one of your favorites. That actually sounds awesome.
It's great. It's there's a daily activity that says gather X amount of resources. You just walk out, grab it, you get some EXP, you get out resources. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Potion of Vigor is key throughout the game. You're building engineering for building towers, building forts, destroying towers, destroying forts. You will want to have Potion of Vigor usually set up with Ogar the Great, I think it is. He's an engineering commander, and you'll see that as you go along. This is a wonderful infantry piece, Giant's Bone. It just slams down, and it has a chance to send everybody flying. So that's pretty cool. It's like an AoE damage, and then all of a sudden it hits them, and they just go flying.
What I'm hearing right here is this is like just next level customization to how you play and how you use your heroes inside of the game. It's like you could
absolutely. This is your game. This is your game. I see people here. Let me show you something here. I wish I had it myself, but there is a blink. I'm gonna try and give you a visualization. So you see how there's this like hill here, right?
Yep.
I'm up here. I'm my archer, right? I'm just kind of having a good old time. I'm hitting everybody walking by. This guy comes up. He blinks up here as his cavalry, smashes my face in, blinks back, and runs away.
Nice.
And so I don't have this particular one. This is one of the ones I want, but like there are so many fun things to do with these things. It's an adventure. You've got the Harlan Mask that it's like a taunt, a provoke.
Mm-hmm.
You got speeds, you got hiding. You've got even just fireworks, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, this seems really cool. It's another whole element to the whole genre that we really haven't seen yet. So it's and there's going to be this is going to open up like so many more different build opportunities and stuff as well, kind of like we see in other genres, which it doesn't mean there's going to be right or wrong ones, but there may be stronger ones or ones that are a little bit weaker. But either way, the amount of customization or fireworks at
Absolutely.
that, that's so cool.
Or what? Right, right. There's all kinds of little ones like this, like coin throwing and gem throwing and stuff like that. But yeah, it really comes down to customization and how you want to play your game. It'll be, imagine where my castle is a war zone right now. Okay, you're a couple mages, you're running up to battle, and all of a sudden these guys come out with 3 or 4 cavalry marches, and they just smack the heck out of you, and they run away. It's just like there's so much fun to be had in the tactics of the game. Um,
That's so cool.
it is just I can't speak enough. I wish there was an active war right now to show you. Um,
In time.
but you in time, and these wars they go on forever. The Chad, the leader, one of the head guys of our Discord group, him and I were in season 1 together at opposite sides, and we fought for a week straight over a bridge.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know, and it was just epic. And he'll sing that tale for to you all day long, right? But it was just effort. Like it was this particular bridge here, and my forces were on this side, and his forces were on this side, and it was just for a week back and forth, war, 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 war. It was just it's wonderful.
It
I
sounds
can't speak enough.
it sounds so fun. All right, so let's sum this up in about 2 minutes. Give me
Yeah.
the besides the customization and it being really cool for artifacts, what's one of the most important things that people need to know going into the game for artifacts so they maybe don't make mistakes, use any waste when trying to upgrade them? What's like the one tip you'd give people that are really new to artifacts or don't understand them even after that discussion?
You get one free reset every 30 days. that's my
Okay.
that's my tip. You can do what's called a reforge. You get one free every 30 days. It completely resets everything you've done. It gives you everything back.
Oh wow, so you
You
can
don't
make
lose
those
it.
mistakes and then you can
You
make up for it.
exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
What a great
So
system.
it's a wonderful system. The season reset system is very nice because you can every season you're like, oh, I can do this, I can do this better, I can do this better, I can do this better. You
Hmm.
know, so many people will jump to new kingdoms to restart better and things like that. Well, you don't have to do that now. It's every season you're learning new stuff, you're doing new stuff. I'm like I said, I'm season 3 with a couple of these guys, and we're just like, wow, we're learning all these new things. This is amazing.
So cool.
Even watching your guys' videos, like there's tips that we're pulling out of it. It's amazing.
Well, I'm learning alongside of you, definitely doing a lot more of the beginner stuff right now as I am a beginner, but I am so excited to be alongside the Blood family and to be learning along the way, sharing what you guys have, knowledge just like this, and taking everyone on the journey of our upgrades, our accomplishments, our wars that we go through. We have years of content that are going to be
Uh,
coming out here with this
we
family, and it's going to be really a lot of fun.
we are pioneers, sir. This is I'm in for the ride.
I feel like I'm in the right place right now with you guys. I'm feeling pretty good about things.
This is where I want to be, sir. It's
I
gonna be a
hear it.
fun ride.
Well, hey, Dad
Love
Bod,
it.
thanks so much for coming through the channel today, for sharing some information. I'd love to have you back on. Whenever we have a topic, it's one of my favorite things to bring in the community and people from the family to kind of discuss things, whether it's things that they're doing in their city themselves, how they're building stuff, events going on. We should do this again because it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Much love. Always have it.
Hey, last thing, any shout outs, any family members, or any shout out for the Blood family itself that you want to mention before we head on out?
I'm gonna say, Blood family in total, we are the pioneers. This has never been done to this scale, to this level. This is all new. Represent us. Be our ambassadors. Be everything we can be.
I love that. And I hope you guys join us in the journey as well. If you want to be part of the Blood family, even if it's just in the Discord, chatting with us and being part of the social element, the link to the Blood family Discord is in the description of this video. You're more than welcome to come on through and hang out. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content, because I'm putting out videos, live streams, and shorts every single day, just taking you on the journey inside of Call of Dragons to try and make myself, our family, and all of you better players and give you better ways to enjoy the game. So thanks for sticking around. I'll see all you guys in tomorrow's video.